I love you, my queen. I love you, Gangile. Now, as some of you may know, the word Gangile just means naughty. So that's fairly straightforward to explain. But I thought that I would give a little video about Ubuntu. No, not just my boy called Ubuntu, but his name comes from a wonderful phrase, Umuntu ngubuntu ngabantu, which is basically an ethical principle which dominates a lot of Southern Africa, and it basically means I am a person because of other people. It's only in the context of community and other people that I fully become who I really am. And I've had three absolutely wonderful things happen recently that really reminded me of the idea of Ubuntu, which is really strong in much of Southern Africa. So here's first one. A couple of days ago, I am sitting waiting for my Uber to take me to a school where I'm going to present, and it's taking a little bit longer than normal, but suddenly the car pitches up, I see it's the right license plate, open the back door, and there are people in the back door, which, by the way, here, strange. Okay, that's not very typical. The carpooling thing, which is commoner in North America, is not as much of a thing here. So I'm like, oh, that's rather unusual. And the driver is obviously quite surprised. He says, no, sorry, I accidentally accepted a request because we happened to be driving to where you were, but this is my family. I'm from a totally different province out of town. And here they are, here's my aunties in the back kind of thingy. And I said, look, I'm in a bit of a bind because I'm going to be late now. I don't have the time to order another Uber. And immediately these two ladies, laden with all of their travel stuff, like, no, get in the car. We will get you to that appointment on time. We've got enough minutes to get to our thing. We're a little bit early. Just get in the car. And they got me to my appointment 1 minute early. No hesitation, which I thought was lovely. And I mean, a very, very cheap drive as well. So it's not like the guy was suddenly making much money off it. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to help you. That was one. Another story is I've been hobbling at the moment because I've got, like, there we go, disclaimer, I've got a bit of gout at the moment. So I've been hobbling, not horrifically though, but I kind of have this minor limp that you might be able to tell at the moment. And I'm getting to the airport yesterday and reach the point where they say, those seated in seats 1 to 16, please proceed very swiftly through this easy part of the plane, but those from 17 through 32 go down the stairs, cross the tarmac, summit the Himalayas, subdue elephants, and then you can get into the plane. And so I've been walking, so it's fine. I now know, great, I'm seat 20, so go down the stairs in the Himalayas. And as I'm about to step down the stairs, my backpack gets pulled from behind me. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I look, and there's a total stranger who's just gently stopped me and said, no, I can see that your foot's sore. Just walk through the front of the plane. No one is going to mind. Do that. That seems much smarter, which I thought was so kind, total stranger. Another one, I was doing some teaching in Asia and got back a couple of weeks ago, and I was in a mall, got off the train, and I'm killing time in a mall, and I've again got my backpack, and I've got my man bag, and I'm kind of struggling, and my shoelaces are undone, and it's just not terribly easy to put everything down and do the shoelaces, and I figure you probably won't trip. Just get to a restaurant, and then you can put everything down and sort this out. And suddenly a very well-heeled, young, professional-looking guy, I mean, far better dressed than I ever am, in his early 30s, like, I'm sorry, sir. And I'm thinking, I really don't want to deal with, like, being sucked into Scientology or Bitcoin at this point. But he walks up to me and he says, he doesn't say anything, actually. He literally just gets down at his knees, does my shoelace, and stands up and says, I could see that, and I could see that it would be a bit awkward for you to change, and I don't want you to trip. How nice is that? How absolutely lovely is that? So that is very much the principle of Ubuntu. And I think the idea of looking out for another person and really existing in a kind of community in which we are fully ourselves is just the loveliest thing, isn't it, my boy? So don't you have a name just as lovely as you are. Okay, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful day in which you enhance the humanity of others and notice how they enhance your own humanity. Goodbye.